Plant potatoes too early and frost kills them. Plant too late and heat ruins your harvest. But there's a 10-day window in your specific zone where potatoes explode with growth, produce twice the yield, and store for months without rotting. Most gardeners miss this window completely. They follow generic advice that doesn't account for their climate. They plant when their neighbor plants, or when the seed potatoes arrive in the mail, or when it feels like spring, and they get mediocre harvests. I'm about to give you the exact planting date for every single gardening zone, the soil temperature trick that tells you when to plant within 3 days, the variety selection that doubles your success, and the Dollar Tree hack that protects against late frost. Drop a comment. What zone are you in and what country? Because timing changes everything. Welcome to Garden Solace. Screenshot this video. You'll need these dates. Let's go. Part 1. Why timing is everything for potatoes. Potatoes are a cool season crop, but they're finicky. They need soil that's warm enough to sprout, but cool enough to tuber. Plant when soil is too cold, below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and seed potatoes rot in the ground. Plant when soil is too warm, above 80 degrees, and plants grow leaves but produce tiny potatoes. The sweet spot? Soil temperature between 45 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit at planting depth. This is when potato eyes sprout fast, establish strong roots, and begin aggressive tuber production. But here's the problem. That temperature window happens at different times in different zones. Zone 3 hits 45-degree soil in late May. Zone 9 hits it in February. If you're in Zone 3 planting in February like someone in Zone 9, your soil is sitting in frozen ground, rotting. If you're in Zone 9 planting in May like someone in Zone 3, your soil is already 75 degrees and you've missed the window. This is why zone-specific timing matters. It's not about the calendar date, it's about soil temperature. And I'm about to give you both, the exact calendar dates for your zone and the soil temperature method so you can adjust for unusual weather years. Part 2. Understanding your gardening zone. First, you need to know your USDA hardiness zone. This is based on average annual minimum winter temperature. It ranges from Zone 1, the coldest, to Zone 13, the warmest. Most of the United States is Zones 3 through 10. Find your zone at the USDA website or search USDA hardiness zone plus your zip code. It takes 10 seconds. Your zone determines 2 critical dates for potatoes, the last spring frost date and the first fall frost date. Potatoes are frost sensitive. A hard frost kills the plants, so you plant potatoes 2 to 4 weeks before your last spring frost for spring planting, or you plant 90 to 120 days before your first fall frost for fall planting in warm climates. But zones are broad. Zone 7 spans from Oklahoma to Virginia. Same zone, different climates. That's why soil temperature is the ultimate guide. It accounts for microclimates, elevation, and unusual weather. Here's how to measure soil temperature. Buy a soil thermometer. They cost $8 to $12 at any garden center or online. Stick it 4 inches into the soil at 9 a.m. That's planting depth for potatoes. Check for 3 consecutive days. When the soil holds steady at 45 to 55 degrees, plant immediately. Now, let me give you the exact planting windows for every zone. Part 3. Planting dates by zone. Spring planting. Zone 3. Average minimum temp minus 40 to minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Last frost date, late May to early June. Plant potatoes late April to mid-May. Soil temp check, Wait until soil reaches 45 degrees consistently. Best varieties: early maturing, Yukon Gold, Red Norland. Harvest: late August to September. Challenge: short season. Choose 70 to 90-day varieties. Frost protection: row covers or Dollar Tree plastic bins ready for late frosts. Zone 4. Average minimum temp -30 to -20 degrees Fahrenheit. Last frost date mid to late May. Plant potatoes mid-April to early May. Soil temp check 45 to 50 degrees at 4 inches deep. Best varieties: Yukon Gold, Kennebec, Red Pontiac. Harvest: late August to early September. Tip: plant as early as soil is workable. Potatoes handle light frost. Zone 5. Average minimum temp -20 to -10 degrees Fahrenheit. Last frost date late April to mid-May. Plant potatoes late March to mid-April. Soil temp check 45 to 55 degrees. Best varieties: all varieties work. Focus on storage types for winter. Harvest: July to August, early, August to September, late. Second planting: plant again in June for fall harvest. Zone 6. Average minimum temp -10 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Last frost date mid to late April. Plant potatoes mid-March to early April. Soil temp check: soil usually ready by mid-March. Best varieties: russet, Yukon Gold, fingerlings. Harvest: June to July, early, July to August, main crop. Fall planting option: plant mid to late July for October harvest. Zone 7. Average minimum temp 0 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Last frost date early to mid-April. Plant potatoes late February to mid-March, spring, or late July to August, fall. Soil temp check: soil often ready by late February. Best varieties: all types. Experiment with specialty varieties. Harvest: May to June, spring, October to November, fall. Advantage: 2 full potato crops possible per year. Zone 8. Average minimum temp 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Last frost date late March to early April. Plant potatoes January to February, spring, or August to September, fall. Soil temp check: soil ready earlier, sometimes late January. Best varieties: heat-tolerant varieties for spring, all varieties for fall. Harvest: April to May, spring, November to December, fall. Strategy: fall planting often produces better than spring in Zone 8. Zone 9. Average minimum temp 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Last frost date late February to mid-March, rare frost. Plant potatoes December to January, winter crop, or September to October, fall crop. Soil temp check: rarely an issue. Focus on planting before heat. Best varieties: short season varieties, harvest before summer heat. Harvest: March to April, winter planting, December to January, fall planting. Challenge: summer heat. Grow potatoes as a winter crop in Zone 9. Zone 10. Average minimum temp 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Last frost date rarely freezes. Plant potatoes October to December, cool season growing. Soil temp check: wait for soil to cool below 75 degrees. Best varieties: heat-tolerant, short-season types. Harvest: January to March. Strategy: potatoes are a winter crop in Zone 10, not a spring crop. Zones 11 through 13, tropical, no frost. Frost: never. Plant potatoes November to January, coolest months. Soil temp check: difficult. Potatoes struggle in the true tropics. Best varieties, experiment with short season types. Harvest, February to April. Reality, potatoes are marginal in these zones, but possible in containers with afternoon shade. Part 4. The Soil Temperature Method. Calendar dates are guidelines. Soil temperature is the rule. Here's exactly how to do this. Buy a soil thermometer. Analog or digital doesn't matter. They're $8 to $15. Check soil temperature at 9 a.m. for 3 consecutive days. This is after the soil has absorbed night cold, but before daytime warming. It gives you the true soil temperature. Stick the thermometer 4 inches deep. That's where you'll plant seed potatoes. Wait for 3 consecutive days of 45 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. This confirms the soil has stabilized and won't drop back below 40 degrees. If soil is below 45 degrees in spring, wait 1 week and check again. Patience here prevents rot. If soil is above 55 degrees in spring, you're late. Plant immediately with mulch to cool the soil, or wait and plant a fall crop. In fall, reverse the process. Wait for soil to cool from summer heat down to 75 degrees or below before planting fall potatoes. Part 5. Variety Selection by Zone. Not all potato varieties work in all zones. Maturity time, heat tolerance, and disease resistance vary. Early varieties, 70 to 90 days to maturity. Yukon Gold, Red Norland, Irish Cobbler. Best for zones 3 to 4, short seasons. Advantage, harvest before fall frost in cold climates. Disadvantage, don't store as long as late varieties. Mid-season varieties, 90 to 110 days to maturity. Kennebec, Red Pontiac, Purple Majesty. Best for zones 5 to 7, standard seasons. Advantage, balance between yield and storage. Most versatile varieties. Late varieties, 110 to 135 days to maturity. Russet Burbank, German Butterball, Elba. Best for zones 6 to 8, long seasons. Advantage, highest yields. Best storage, 6+ months. Disadvantage, need long, cool growing season. Heat-tolerant varieties. Red Lesota, Sebago. Best for zones 8 to 10, hot climates. Advantage, handle warmer soil better than standard varieties. Plant these if your spring heats up fast. Fingerling and specialty varieties. Russian Banana, Purple Peruvian, All Blue. Best for zones 5 to 8, moderate climates. Advantage, gourmet quality, unique colors and flavors. Disadvantage, lower yields than standard varieties. Choose varieties based on your zone and growing season length. Cold zones, early varieties. Moderate climates, mid-season. Long, cool seasons, late varieties for storage. Part 6. Dollar Tree Planting Hacks. You don't need expensive garden supplies. Dollar Tree has everything you need to plant potatoes successfully. Frost protection. Clear plastic storage bins. Cost $1.25 each. Use these as cloches. Cut the bottom out. Place over newly planted potatoes if late frost threatens. Traps heat. Protects from frost. Remove during the day once temps are above 40 degrees. Seed potato cutting. Kitchen knife and cinnamon. Don't buy a seed potato knife. Use a kitchen knife. Cut seed potatoes into 2-ounce pieces, each with at least 2 eyes. Dust cut surfaces with cinnamon from Dollar Tree. Cinnamon is antifungal and prevents rot. Let pieces cure for 24 hours before planting. Planting depth markers, wooden rulers. Dollar Tree sells 12-inch wooden rulers for $1.25. Use these to measure planting depth. Potatoes go 4 inches deep. Dig to that depth. Consistent depth means consistent sprouting. Row markers, wooden stakes, and twine. Mark your rows with wooden stakes, Dollar Tree craft section, and twine. This keeps rows straight and makes hilling easier later. Watering, spray bottles for seedling stage. Use spray bottles to mist newly planted potatoes. This keeps soil moist without washing away soil or disturbing seed pieces. Storage after harvest, mesh laundry bags. After harvesting potatoes, store them in mesh laundry bags from Dollar Tree. Hang in a cool, dark place. Airflow prevents rot. These bags last for years. Total cost for planting supplies from Dollar Tree, under $10. Compare that to $50 at a garden center. Part 7. Post-planting care by zone. Planting at the right time is half the battle. Here's what happens after planting in each zone category. Cold zones, 3 to 5, frost protection is key. Even though you plant before the last frost, a hard late freeze can kill emerged potato plants. Monitor weather. If temps will drop below 28 degrees after plants emerge, cover with row covers, blankets, or those Dollar Tree bins. Potatoes can handle light frost, 32 to 28 degrees, but not hard freezes. Moderate zones, 6 to 8, focus on hilling. These zones have ideal potato growing weather. Your job is hilling. When plants are 8 inches tall, mound soil around the base, leaving 4 inches of plant exposed. Repeat every 2 weeks. This increases tuber production. Potatoes form along the buried stem. Warm zones, 9 to 10, mulch heavily. Heat is your enemy. After planting, mulch with 4 to 6 inches of straw. This keeps soil cool. Water deeply once a week. Potatoes need consistent moisture but hate soggy soil. Drip irrigation works best. All zones, water consistently. Potatoes need 1 to 2 inches of water per week. Inconsistent watering causes hollow heart, a condition where the inside of the potato has a cavity. Water deeply once or twice a week rather than shallow watering daily. All zones, stop watering 2 weeks before harvest. This allows skins to toughen for storage. Thin-skinned potatoes rot quickly. Stopping water toughens them. Part 8. When to harvest by zone. Harvest timing depends on planting time and variety. For new potatoes, small, thin-skinned, harvest 60 to 70 days after planting, regardless of zone. Dig carefully around plants. Take a few, leave the rest to mature. New potatoes don't store. Eat immediately. For mature potatoes, full-sized, thick-skinned, harvest when plants flower and begin to die back. This is 90 to 120 days after planting, depending on variety. Wait 2 weeks after plants die completely. This allows skins to set. Dig on a dry day. Let potatoes dry on the soil surface for 2 hours. Brush off dirt. Don't wash. Store in a cool, dark place, 40 to 50 degrees. Zone-specific harvest windows. Zones 3 to 4, August to September. Zones 5 to 6, July to August. Zones 7 to 8, June to July, spring, November, fall. Zones 9 to 10, March to April, winter crop, December to January, fall crop. Harvested potatoes from the right planting window store for 6 to 9 months in proper conditions. Potatoes planted too late or in heat store for weeks not months. There it is, the exact planting window for every gardening zone, the soil temperature method that overrides the calendar, the variety selection that matches your climate, and the Dollar Tree hacks that save you $40 on planting supplies. Plant potatoes at the right time and you'll harvest 20 to 30 pounds from 10 pounds of seed potatoes. Plant at the wrong time and you'll get 5 pounds of tiny rotten potatoes that don't store. Screenshot this video. Write down your zone and your planting dates. Set a calendar reminder for 2 weeks before that date to buy seed potatoes. They sell out fast. Which zone are you in? What variety are you planting? Drop it in the comments. Hit subscribe for the complete potato growing series, including hilling, harvesting, and storage guides. Thanks for watching The Garden Solace. Your biggest potato harvest starts with perfect timing. Plant smart.